Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. We're going to take you on a little wiggle and a little bit of a waggle. We're going to go from where we live all the way down to Paphos. It's about 4 or 5 miles. It's going to take us around 10 to 15 minutes. So please stick with us. And before we go, the girl in charge of the ship, that's her, Oching Booth, the most beautiful woman in the world.
Hello everybody, and how nice to see you again and again.
And again. Now, let's remount into the car, and then Gracevia Booth is going to take us on our travels. Are we ready, Gracevia?
Yes,
let's get the
Mr.
seat belts on. You're going to get some great views, that's for sure, all the way down from Armu to Paphos. And we're going to go into the old town, and we're going to see what's moseying on down. Are you ready, Gracevia?
I am.
Yeah. Yamu.
I am.
Which means?
I am ready.
What language is that?
In English.
In English.
Mr. Paul.
Yes.
Do you know any luxury villas here around?
Well, there are a few luxury villas around, obviously.
Do you remember the other day we were driving and we saw all that up building, and I asked you and you said to me that it's a luxury villa?
Oh, it's a luxury villa, yeah. They're building some new ones just down the road. If anyone's wondering where we are, this is the main road here we're going to join. And if you were to go left uphill, after a while you would end up in Memphis Hills. Entry price in there 1.5 million upwards. But we're going to go right, and we're going to go down to Kato, Paphos. I'll check for you this way, my dear, when it's clear. Go on. So there we go. There's the sign telling us the Konya is 3 kilometres, Paphos is 6 kilometres. So in English that's about 4 miles or thereabouts. As you can see, the weather has, well, it's gone away. And we've been left with a rather beautiful looking sky and a rather beautiful looking Mediterranean Sea in the distance, and the roads have dried out very quickly indeed. Through the night we had torrential rain, a massive storm, and so far there's been no reports of any damage, and let's hope there hasn't been anyway, because we don't want any people to suffer. I haven't heard of any electricity being out. Anyway, this is the road from Armu down to Konya and then down to Paphos, and we're going to go into the old town and have a wiggle and have a waggle and see if Mr. Paul can find some t-shirts, because yesterday was Black Friday, which means that sale continues, so therefore people understand that today is Saturday. And there's Archie and Gracevia in the booth.
I have to be concentrated on the road.
Okay, you concentrate on the road, because it just so happens there is a spectacular view that's coming up. As we drop down through the hillside, you do get to see some great views through the trees of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And slowly but surely we will work our way into Paphos. And Paphos, as you descend upon it, in our opinion, looks absolutely spectacular, and many people do agree. There's something very special about Paphos. There it is. Now the big building with the funny sides, which is dominating the picture at the moment, now it's going behind the trees, that is the Paphos General Hospital. Obviously a depressing place to have to go to, but it is quite a nice looking building. Anyway, here we are. This is Konya. Seems very quiet around today, Gracevia.
Yes.
Perhaps everyone was spent up last night, or perhaps they're worried that the weather's going to change again. And they have forecast 2 days of storms, although when I checked the weather this morning on my phone, it said it was going to be clear but slightly cloudy. So let's hope that they are correct and that the main forecast is wrong, because as nice as it is to drive around in the rain, obviously most people understand the danger goes up. Look at that, Gracevia. That's an old Vig's, I lost my English. An old Volkswagen diesel. Yeah. It's a car from, it said 1986 on the plate.
I think it's been painted by brush.
Yes, I think it's been brush painted. Yes, but it said 1986, so it is a Beetle, but it's one of the last ones, and that means it was made in Mexico, because they were still making them in Mexico in the 80s. I remember that. Anyway, there we are. Bit of trivia. So we're deep in Konya now. This is the main road through, or the main thoroughfare. You've got some new houses on the side here, mixed in with some older houses. And as we wiggle and we waggle, we will come past the Konya kiosk and then the Konya Taverna. And a lot of people who live in Konya and Armu go there on a Friday and a Saturday night. Very, very busy place indeed. And it's a place where locals, expats and foreigners all mix in together. It's one of those kind of tavernas where it's not exclusively Cypriots and it's not exclusively expats and it's not exclusively tourists. It's one of those places where everyone gets together, and it's quite an interesting place to go, and the food is very, very tasty and the prices are very, very sensible, hence why the locals are going there. So that's the kiosk and that's the taverna. And at this time of year it's open on a Friday and a Saturday night, and it's open on a Sunday for special occasions. Anyway, we're dropping down rapidly now, so the views start to demise, shall we say. Now where this lorry's coming out there, if you were to go right, you would go up towards the General Hospital and then eventually get into the area known as Masoi. Forgive the roads. Sherlock Holmes, aren't they?
My God.
Absolutely Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, Limassol roundabout. That's this one coming up now. It's the main roundabout. As its name suggests, if you were to go left, you would go to Limassol, and if you continued, you'd go to Nicosia and to Larnaca.
That guy literally was sitting on my tail.
Was he? There we are.
Yes. Now he's got a chance to avoid me.
Yes.
So he's in a hurry to.
There we are. He's in a hurry to go for a frappe somewhere. That's what it is. So we're going to go that way. That's it. Straight down. To give you some bearings, you've got a former mall there that's closed down. Hopefully one day someone will buy it and do something with it. Just over there, the blue and red writing, or red and blue writing, that it says hypermarket. That's the Alpha Mega Uptown supermarket. And then coming up just down here on our left hand side will be McDonald's very, very shortly at the traffic lights. And then that's where they have finished now rejuvenating the old original Paphos Mall, and now it's been bought by somebody and now it's been renamed as the Neon Paphos Mall. But there's mystery surrounding what's actually going to open there, because we were originally told it was going to be the Super DIY, then we were told Lidl was going there, and now nobody seems to understand who's going there. But it's called the Neon Mall of Paphos, and I'd say that's McDonald's. So there you go, Shelley Janes, that's McDonald's in the dry. You recognise it in the wet, and there it is in the dry. Busy as usual. Always busy, McDonald's, huh? So that's the Neon Mall of Paphos, as it says, and they are rapidly approaching the finish line, but there's no signs up saying what shops are going to be in there, so we'll have to go and storm it when it opens and have a quick mosey on down and have a look around. Now, just over there at these traffic lights is the MG dealership, and MG only sells electric cars, and they also sell Fords from it as well. So what do you think, Recife?
You know, you said McDonald's, and I remember how I used to like, I do like it now also, the cherry pie. They used to have cherry pie.
Cherry pie and apple pie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I prefer cherry pie.
I prefer cherry, I prefer the apple. We haven't been to McDonald's for ages.
No, we haven't.
No, we'll have to go one of these days and make a video. There we are. Hyundai dealership on the left hand side, and then just down here is the Super Home Centre DIY shop, and the former Debenhams, now it's the ERA, and that is going to close because they're going to knock it down. And we were told that that was going to move to where that new mall is, but there's now question marks over that, but that doesn't matter. This is going to be knocked down, and they're going to build a 27-storey skyscraper and an underground basement for parking, and I assume they're going to build a new Super DIY, but again, that hasn't actually been confirmed. So we are in mid-morning busy traffic in Midtown Paphos at this roundabout, which is the former Debenhams roundabout. Now it's the ERA roundabout. We are going to take a right.
And this is a stadium.
And that's the football stadium on our right hand side, yeah. And if you look carefully now, you can start to see they've started to put the Christmas decorations out. And if you come down at night, at the moment they're not lit up, but when they do decide to switch the lights on, which probably is going to be the first or second week of December, we're going to make a excellent. Driving's excellent, truly excellent. We're going to make a special video of driving around Paphos, filming all the Christmas lights, and we're going to try and edit it together. So this is the tree-lined avenue that takes us down to downtown Kato, Paphos. So stick with us, and remember, on these roads be very, very careful. If you have got a car, borrowed a car, stolen a car, or even hired a car.
Oh, what is he doing?
Well, he's probably on his mobile phone.
What
Get round
is he
him.
doing?
Get round him, because he's booth. He's got a mobile phone to his ear. There we are. Yep. Common problem all over the world.
It's whether it's a mobile phone or he's 128 years old.
Well, I think it was a combination of the two, a mobile phone and 128.
Oof, it doesn't help.
No, it doesn't help. Anyway, here we are. This crossroads, if you were to go left, you'd go to Yeroskipu. If you'd go right, you'd go into the downtown Universal area. We know a few people who've got properties in there. Mr. Ronnie Miller, big shout out to you. He's back in around January, so you never know. We might bump into him in T&J Fish and Chips. This is a window cleaning business there. Look at that. See, you want your windows cleaned? You can call them on 96509 582. Don't forget, if you do call them, to tell them that Marika and me recommended them, and then we can call them up as well and get some commission. You never know. Right, lots of people know this road. This is the tree-lined avenue down to Kato Paphos, or as we call it, Paradise. That's it. You tell them.
The lady got angry.
Got angry because the cars had not gone. There's a lot of traffic today.
Well, at this point, yes. Up there, no.
No. So stick with us. As I was saying, this road, be very, very careful. There's often gumbarus in blue, and they are waiting to catch you as you speed, because at the end of this road it goes from 65 to 50 to 30, and they are sitting right on the edge of the 50, and they're waiting for you. And when they get you, well, they pull you over. 75 euros fine on the spot. If you're in a hire car, they don't want you to get away, obviously. Stay in this lane, Christine. This lane's a bit smoother.
I'm very curious. What is the temperature at this moment of time?
Let's have a look. 23 degrees.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kind of temperature that most people that are watching us dream of. Watch your speed, Christine Yellow Bit.
Now another car is sitting on my
ignore
tail.
him.
You see, it wants to over.
And now he's going down the inside. If we're lucky, the gumbarus will be there, and they'll take that stupid smile off your face and book you for having no number plates as well.
Well, I don't know the people, what they normally earn when they overtaken and they are so
Absolutely
in a hurry.
nothing. He just thinks he's cleverer than you.
It's proved that you just earn only troubles.
Yeah.
That's it.
I look forward to when the police do pull him over, and when they inform him he hasn't got a rear number plate as well. That'll take the smile off his face.
Unfortunately, people don't understand it, and then they sort of feeling sorry, but they are not. They're only trying to avoid the fines and troubles.
So here we are, rapidly approaching downtown Kato Paphos. Right at the end there, well, Miss Ellie, that's the hotel that you missed, but of course you're not going to miss it for that much longer, because in April, May, you're coming back.
Should we go there now to annoy them?
Well, we're going to abseil down the side of it one of these days in honour of Miss Ellie.
Yes.
So let's drive straight into the foyer, I think.
In the foyer?
Well,
now?
not into the foyer, but let's drive into the hotel and then park up outside it and say, there you go, Miss Ellie. So you go straight there. See that there?
Yeah.
There you go, Miss Ellie. This is especially for you. Watch these people. They try not to run tourists over. We want them to come back. There we are. So this is the main foyer of the Olympic Lagoon Resorts in downtown Kato Paphos. There we are.
Hello, everybody.
Stop there. Let's have a quick look. See if there's a manager around. There we are. That's it. I think it could be that time. We're going to say thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Please come back for a little bit more of our madness.
We would like to tell you many thanks for coming and coming back. We are loving you to bits. Don't forget about it, and please come back to see another of our madnesses. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.